In this video, we are doing a recap of the top 10 videos from Skydive Vibes that were the most popular in 2019. Let's go! Hey there, it's Catherine Bernier from Skydive Vibes, sharing the passion of skydiving and helping you become better and safer skydivers. So if you're new here, of course consider subscribing not to miss our weekly videos all about skydiving. 2019 was an amazing year, and amongst the 47 videos that I did put out during the year, 10 really stood out being the most popular of last year. So I wanted to do a countdown of those 10 videos. Number 10 with 6,800 views, you guys did like the Canopy Piloting exercises. Master your skydiving canopy. So the goal with that video was just simply to share exercises that are already stated in the Skydiver instructional manual, and you should have done those exercises as part of your skydivers formation. So the goal was simply to share them with you and give you an idea of how to do them. So let's see a small clip from it. Now let's talk about rear risers input. We are talking about the same things, which are turns, spirals, stalling and flaring. But at any time when you do rear risers input, you want to still have your toggles in hand. So let's say you have your toggles in hands, and then you can still grab your risers and pull on them. Another tip, you'll find that pulling the risers is a little bit harder than simply the toggles. When it's time for you to grab them like this. Turn your hands backward and you grab your risers, and then when it's time for you to pull, simply give a little input on the wrist, and then after that you're gonna have more strength to pull them down. Of course, you'll see that you don't need to give that much input before feeling your canopy reacting to it. So just give it a little bit of input and feel what it does with those different exercises. Tim Hortons. I've seen that they are coming down to the US, so have you seen some of those in your area if you're in the US? Canadians are coming. Canadians are coming. Number 9. Jumping with world champions. Airwax Skyvlog number 3. So this video was actually a Skyvlog of my experience of doing a free fly camp with Airwax. So Airwax is actually the world champions in free fly. So Greg and Karine was invited to our drop zone, and I was able to jump a full 4 days with them, and it was a really great experience. They are so kind, so talented. It's amazing to be training with them, and so here's a small clip of that video.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Number 8. Line twist malfunctions, skydiving safety. So this video was made to give you tips and tricks on how to get rid of line twists, but also how to avoid them, because most of the time they are induced by you. Mostly by body position at opening and or packing, but this was a great overview of what you can do to avoid and minimize the risk of having line twists. Here's a small clip. So now that you have those line twists, how can you fix them? So first, you always want to be aware of your altitude to make sure you have the time to get rid of those line twists. Then before engaging any movement to try to fix those line twists, you want to make sure that you've stopped spinning. So try to balance the spinning movement the other way around so that at least the spin stops. Then you'll be able to take the time to fix those line twists. A typical tip that people are giving is to spread the risers apart and then kick your legs to make you rotate. The best example we can give is, have you ever played on a swing? Have you ever played to twist yourself up? So this is the same principle. How did you twist yourself on the swing? It's basically the same technique that you want to reuse in the air to untwist your lines. So this is the usual tip. However, there's another tip that skydivers are starting to talk about, which is way more efficient. What you will want to do the next time it happens is that you grab your risers and pull them together. Once they are together, you want to spin in the other sense your risers. What will happen is that, as you can see on the video, the spins from the line will go down on the risers, and when they are at that level, it's easier for you to then unspin those, because once all the twists are down there, you will start to easily rotate yourself and then get rid of those line twists. It's also a great tip if you're not really able to kick yourself to put you into a spin, so then by twisting your lines, you're most likely to succeed. Number 7. Best of Skydiving 2019, Skyvlog number 1. So this was one of my first compilation of 2019 of the jumps that I made last year. It was pretty well received with about 8,000 views. So skydiving compilations, I know as skydivers, we all love them because it makes us dream about jumping. So let's see a small clip. Number 6. So that's a video that I've posted at the beginning of the year, and it's about overcoming the fear of jumping as a skydiver. With more than 8,500 views, this video is number 7, and I think it's very relevant, especially for new skydivers. At some point, we all fear actually jumping at the beginning, and we always have this fear inside when it's time to exit the plane or during the ride up. But once we are in the sky, we forget everything and we live seconds by seconds. And actually, like they say, it's the only sport that makes you live every moment in the present. You won't experience that in any other sport. That is actually why most of us do jump. This video was about how to overcome fear, and here's a small clip. Let me tell you, after 6 years in the skydiving sport, I can say that it takes time to get accustomed to the experience. You need to consider your nervousness as a good thing. This is actually why you're jumping. No, you want to live this thrill, this emotion of overcoming fear. So nervousness is totally normal, whether you're starting out or even later on, because it keeps you aware and ready for anything that can happen during the jump. The nervousness will change from being negative to positive as you grow your experience and jump more, but it will never really go away. And of course, it's a good thing, because that's why we jump, and it helps to keep us alive, so embrace it. Number 5. Canopy piloting again, how to use your toggles. So I shared different ways you can actually use your toggles, and you guys did add some ways in the comments. I love when you guys do that. But canopy piloting, it's the most under-mastered skill amongst skydiver, I think, especially when we start. We just care about the free fall part. We are briefing and debriefing the free fall, but never spend enough time on the canopy piloting, and that's what makes you actually a fully fledged skydiver, if you can master your canopy. So that video was made simply to open your eyes on what you can actually do with your toggles and to remind yourself to use them at the right time. Here's the clip. As we use flaring to land softly, you can reuse the same technique but up in the sky, and that's what we call stalling your canopy. And that's an exercise you should do to get to know your canopy better. So it's simply that you're gonna do a full flare in the sky above 2,500 feet, of course, to be safe. So we're doing it a full flare, and you stay there fully extended until your canopy stalls. And what will happen is that your canopy will most likely fold in half, and you're gonna lose all the pressure in it, and so you're gonna feel yourself go backward. And this is explained by the fact that your canopy is not supporting you anymore, so you're kind of getting back into free fall a little bit. You want to make sure to release your toggles slowly, even though you're stressed and your heart squeezes, for your canopy to regain its pressure and speed. If you're releasing your toggle too fast, you might end up with line twists and put yourself in a situation that you don't necessarily want to. Number 4. Now, this video did impress me a lot. It's actually at the 4th place, but it should be number 1. Why? Because the top 10 that I'm doing is over the full year. So the video that got posted in January, of course, have more chance to have more views. But that video was posted not that long ago, a couple of months ago, and it reached 11,000 views in a matter of maybe 4 weeks. And even after the first week, we reached an amazing number of views, so it impressed me a lot. And that told me that that subject is not talked about much, and it's spotting. So in that video I did share 5 things to remember whenever it's time for you to spot, and or not to forget to actually spot your exiting point. So that was a very great video, and I'm planning to do more on that subject or around that subject to help you. But here's the next element I wanted to share is pretty surprising. A green light does not necessarily mean that you need to jump right away. That's surprising because most of the planes that we're jumping out of, we have a red or yellow light and then the green light, which is usually the pilot telling you that, hey, you can jump. Well, in fact, the green light is simply the pilot telling you that his responsibilities are done. That means that the necessary adjustments have been done on the speed and trim for a safe exit, and that the air traffic control knows that skydivers are about to jump out of an airplane. But that's it. So the next thing is for you as a responsible skydiver to make sure to look down and make sure that it's a safe exit point for you. Number 3. Skydiving licenses. 6 things to know before starting. So what I noticed is that on this channel there's a lot of newcomers in the sport of skydiving. Whether you guys are waiting to see if you should take your skydivers course, or you did take it but you're brand new in the sport. So having content around skydiving licenses, what they give you access to, or what to expect from those skydiving licenses, or how to succeed in passing those different levels. I think that's content that you guys like, but here's the clip of that video, Skydiving Licenses, 6 things to know before starting. That leads us to, of course, my recommendation of leaning toward a program that offers you tunnel time in the AFF course, but also personally, I remember I did some tunnel time for my A license as well, so you want to take a look at that. I highly recommend it. This is how you'll be more confident in the sky, because you'll work on your stability before jumping out of the plane. So this way you can become more confident and work on that in the tunnel. And when you get for your first jump, you're only thinking about your plane exit, which is also an important part of the skydive. Number 2, the video on the Cookie G4 is in the 2nd place. So of course that's a brand new skydiving helmet from Cookie Composites, and it's particular because it is an impact rated helmet. So you guys did love this video, and I did shoot the different segment of me handling the Cookie G4 at the PIA Symposium in Texas at the beginning of the year, and I went over the specification and characteristics, and actually I'm trying to get my hand on one of those so that I can try it and give you a more personal review on it. So Cookie, if you're listening, maybe in the short future. That being said, let's watch a clip from that video about the Cookie G4. Also called their G4 a quiet helmet, due to its new mechanism to close the visor, which was also built from the ground up. So you'll notice that you'll have to pull the visor a lot more forward before rotating it, and it's made so because the visor is actually getting in the helmet a little bit to make sure there's no possible snag hazard. Also helps with the noise due to the rubbers that you'll find on the helmet where the visor closes. The new mechanism is not using rubbers as for the G3, so it's meant to now last the lifespan of the full helmet. And for that, it now uses stainless steel spring. Number 1, the video that was posted in 2019 and got the most view during all the year is 5 tips to improve your parachute landings. And that should not be a surprise to you or to me. Like, landings is one of the trickiest part for new skydivers. I'm pretty sure it's the trickiest because there's always that fear of collision and having the right timing, and you got to evaluate your height and your speed, and there's a lot of variables that you need to understand before doing this amazing flare at the right time and land softly. Let's watch a clip of that number 1 video of 2019, 5 tips to improve your parachute landings. Let's go. If you're flaring too high too soon, my trick that helped me, well, they tell you to flare when you're at 1 system from landing, but 1 system, what, or 12 feet? What does that mean at that point? Like, I had a hard time figuring out when am I at 12 feet precisely. So what I started to do, and the trick that someone gave me, so whenever I feel it's time for me to flare, I tell to myself, wait, okay now, 3 times. It can be called also the OSH method, where your gut tells you to flare, but you know you're flaring always too high. So at that point, try to hold on, and your heart will squeeze, I tell you, but try to hold on and tell yourself, wait 3 times before flaring. This helped me a lot. Now be careful, don't wait too long neither, but you get what I mean. Alright, so that was a recap of the 10 most popular video of Skydive Vibes in 2019 that were posted in 2019 and gained the views along the year. So thanks a lot to you guys for watching the Skydive Vibes content, and stay tuned because there's more coming up, and let me know below, always below any videos, if you have a video idea. I'm watching all the comments, I'm trying to respond to every one of you. But post your video ideas below so that I can create the content for you and or invite an expert to talk about it. That being said, of course, keep jumping. If you want to watch other videos from Skydive Vibes, simply click here. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Blue skies!